Hmm. Good evening, everyone, like those who are present in the meeting. Uh, this will be the demo session for electromagnetic waves. Like I will be taking a 45-day crash course, like for both freshers and those who are repeating it again. Like I will be sharing the details once the class done. Interested can join. So in the crash course, I'll be doing all the 5 modules detailedly, and I will even do 5 to 6 years papers also. Like I'll be teaching it, like how the questions will be asked. So those and all will be covered in the crash course. Okay, see, your first module starts with vector calculus, experimental law of Coulomb, electrical field intensity, field due to a continuous volume charge distribution, field of a line charge, field due to a sheet of charge, electric flux density. So these are the 7 topics which you are supposed to learn from the module 1. So many people, what you do, you skip the vector calculus part. Whenever you skip the vector calculus part, you can't understand dot product, cross product, the coordinate system, everything you can't understand. So first, your vector calculus should be very good. So this forms the basis for your module 1 to 5. So this is how the syllabus is framed. So first 5, these are the 7 topics which you are supposed to learn from module 1. So in the crash course, I will even teach you like which questions will come important. From basics we will be going. This is a demo session. So actual crash course will start from Monday. Interested can join. I will share the details later. So what is see, already like this is the third batch I'm starting. BSP 65 people, basic signal processing max 65 people are taken. Like I had done for the backlog students. So almost everyone will be getting cleared. So if you follow my notes, study whatever I teach, it's more than sufficient to score above 90 in electromagnetics out of 100. Okay. So first you should know what is a scalar and what is a vector. So scalar means it is a quantity which is having positive or negative, and it is characterized by only magnitude. So scalar definitions. So this are all our basics. From basics we will be going. Okay. So scalar means what? It doesn't have any magnitude. It will not have any direction. Only it will be having magnitude. Example: temperature, mass, volume. So next, where can we get the notes, sir? Sagar, I will be sharing the notes for the crash course students who will be joining, like all the 5 module notes, then and there, whenever I complete the class, because this is a 45-day crash course. So we are working on it. So if you are interested, I will share the details after the class. Okay. All the 5 module notes you will be getting. Whatever I will teach, that notes will be shared. Like many people might have already joined for other backlog subjects. I don't know. Like, okay. So how do you represent a vector? So a vector is will be having a starting point and a terminating point. Usually we will be calling the starting point as head and the terminating point as tail. The starting point is called as head, the terminating point as tail. So the length of the vector is denoted by r. So this I've represented. O is called as the starting point, A is called as the terminating point, length is denoted by r. So magnitude of OA, whenever you want to calculate the magnitude of OA, that is denoted by R. This is This is how you will be denoting, representing the vector. So this and all are basics which you are required, which is required so that you can understand electromagnetics correctly. So the first concept, very important concept which you are supposed to learn is what is unit vector. So what is a unit vector? So unit vector is the function to indicate the direction. Its magnitude is always unity irrespective of coordinate system. So there are three coordinate systems. So if anyone knows, can drop the message in the chat box. So there are three. One is Cartesian coordinate system. Second one will be the cylindrical one. The third one will be the spherical coordinate system. So wherever the unit vector, the magnitude is always unity with irrespective of its function. So this is how unit vector you will be representing. Okay. So like this coordinate system, I will be teaching on Monday, like for the crash course, because this is a demo session. We will directly go with the problems. So like actual crash course will start from Monday. So we will solve this problem. So obtain the unit vector in the direction from the origin towards the point P3 minus 3 minus 2. So what is origin? They have asked you to find the unit vector. So origin means from origin they have asked to find out. So there are 2 points. So origin will be 0, comma 0, comma 0. Point P is this, which is 3 minus 3 minus 2. So this is the point. Now what you have to calculate? You have to calculate the unit vector. For calculating unit vector, there is a formula. So AOP is, you have to write, its unit vector is either calculated like either calculate, you can use this vector, you can use this magnitude direction, or else you can use this also, cap also. Anything holds good for the unit vector. So the first step how to solve is the origin will start from O, which is 0, comma 0, comma 0. With P, the point they have given as 3 minus 3 minus 2. So first you have to calculate the distance vector. So for calculating the distance, what you are supposed to do is you have to subtract tail from head. So terminating point to the starting point you have to subtract. So here, what is the terminating point? 3 is the terminating point. So 3 minus 0 in AX direction. So this you should know. Like this is AX, AY and AZ. For normal, this one Cartesian, it will be AX, AY, AZ. For cylindrical, spherical, it will be different. Like we will be solving the problems later on. So this will be so like this. So first you have to subtract 3 minus 0 in AX direction plus minus 3 minus 0 in AY direction plus minus 2 minus 0 in AZ direction. So this is OP, like OP. So 3 minus 0 is 3. 3AX minus 3AY minus 2AZ. So OP you have calculated. So the first step to calculate the this one is you have to calculate the distance subtracting from terminating to the tail end. Next, you have to calculate the magnitude. How to calculate the magnitude? For calculating magnitude, whatever the vector you have got, this vector 3ax minus 3ay minus 2az, you have to take the magnitude of it. How to take magnitude of it? You have to square, like under root of whatever you have got here, 3 square plus minus 3 the whole square plus minus 2 the whole square. So if you calculate, you will get 9 plus 4, which is 4.6904. So this you got. So magnitude of OP. So AOP, how you will calculate? It's nothing but this divided by this. So 3ax minus 3ay minus 2az divided by 4.6904. 4.6904. So use your calculator. So 3 divided by 4.9604 minus 3ay divided by 4.6904. For everything, you have to divide this. So you will be getting the unit vector as like this. Like this is your final equation. Hope so everyone understood this problem. Anyone has doubt in this problem? Hello? Okay. The next will be the assignment question. Like all the 5 modules will be taking for the 45 days. I will be telling like day to day, I'll be giving some assignment questions. Like you have to solve that. Then only like you will also understand the concept and you can do well in electromagnetics. I will try my level best in the 45 days. Like this problems and all, I will be teaching in the crash course. Uh, we will directly go with the actual part of the syllabus. So this question, 6 marks, all in every paper. Like take previous 5-year papers. What is Coulomb's law? And explain its vector form is the most important question. Every paper you have this question for 6 marks. It's vector form, or else they are giving you the coordinate system questions also. If you refer the previous year paper, so definitions, whatever given in textbook, the standard VTU, you have to follow the same. Don't write your own definitions, so you will lose marks. So the way of writing is also important. Like you might think that I have written well, why I have not got marks? Because your way of presentation also matters. Like Coulomb's law, you would have thought like I will get 6 out of 6 correctly, but whenever you apply for photocopy, you would have got 3 or 4 because the way of representation is not correct. You have to go step by step. First, what you have to write the definition of Coulomb's law. So, Coulomb stated that the force between two very small objects. This is how you have to write the definition. Coulomb stated that the force between the two very small objects separated in a vacuum or a free space by a distance which is large compared to their size. See, like you will directly write, Coulomb stated that the force between two any charges directly proportional to, like this you will write, formula will write. No, like that you are not supposed to write. This is the textbook definition. Coulomb stated that the force between two very small objects separated in a vacuum, like your internal teachers might give the marks, but external exam they won't give, or free space by a distance which is large compared to their size, is proportional to charge on each and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So force is directly proportional to the product of the two charges. So charges can be positive or negative. So like charges will repel each other, unlike charges will attract each other. That concept you know it. So force is inversely proportional to the distance between them. So this is what the Coulomb's law states that. But you should add this kind of statements. So whenever I remove this proportionality constant, I will be using K Q1 Q2 divided by R square. This is the first equation. So Q1 and Q2 is positive or negative quantity of charges. R means the distance of separation. K is nothing but the proportionality constant. K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. The value of K is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So whenever they have given you the theory question. So what you are supposed to do, you have to write the definition properly. So that the definition carries 2 marks. Like if you write the correct definition correctly, whatever mentioned in textbook, you will be getting 2 marks completely. Later on, the formula related to it. There are many concepts like this: Biot-Savart's law, Coulomb's law, Ampere's law, Maxwell's equations. So many concepts are there in electromagnetics. So any concept, this is how you have to represent. So later on, you have to write the formula, whatever they have, whatever is required, and later express every term in it. What is force? What is K? What is Q? What is Q2? Like R square, or like any constant with the units you have to mention, so that you will be getting the full marks. So Q1 and Q2, you have to write positive or negative quantities of charge. R is distance of separation. K is proportionality constant, which is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. You can directly remember 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is the value is 9 into 10 to the power of 9. So how you will be getting K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So in calculator, you have to substitute this values 1 by 4 pi. Pi value is 3.14. Epsilon naught is permittivity of free space, which is denoted is represented by farads per meter. So that you have to multiply with 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12 Newton meter square per coulomb. This is the unit for epsilon naught. Okay. So whenever you substitute those values, you will be getting K value as 9 into 10 to the power of 9. You directly remember it. Don't substitute like everything and waste your time. Okay, in problems, you can directly substitute and go. So F is equal to KQ KQ1 Q2 divided by R square. So this I'll be substituting 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So Q1 Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. This is how you will be getting the force equation. See the question what they have asked. State and explain Coulomb's law means still here you are supposed to write. If they have asked you to derive the vector form of Coulomb's law, then you have to continue. Like for vector form of Coulomb's law, you have to write from year to years all, and you have to continue this step. Okay. If they asked vector form of Coulomb's law. So vector form of Coulomb's law. So Coulomb's law is applicable for point charges. So Q1, Q2, 2 point charges I have to consider. Uh, for the purpose of solving, I will be taking one point as origin. So this point is origin. Origin will always be 0 comma 0 comma 0. So q1, q2. So that these are the unit vectors. So from here, q1, there are two charges. So a1, a12, and the distance vector is calculated using r12. So what is the distance from q1 to 0? It is r1. From 0 to q2, it will be r2. This I have forgotten. So it will be r2. So r12, how you will calculate? I told in unit vector, you have to do with terminating end minus tail end. So that is r2 minus r1. This is how you have to draw the Coulomb's law representation, then you have to derive it. In order to write the vector form using the equation, so force is, what is the force equation? Force equation is Q1 Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. So what is this definition? You have to write the force which acts along the line joining the two charges and is repulsive if charges are alike in sign. So, and attractive if charges are opposite in sign. This I have already told you. Like when crash course, we will be going very slowly because it's a 45-day course. Like slowly we will go. Those who are interested can join later in the group. I will share everything, the details, because this is demo class. I'm little bit fast in crash course. Like I'll be, you can ask doubts also. The force which acts along the line joining the two charge and is repulsive if the charges are alike in sign and attractive if they are in opposite in sign. So whatever the diagram I have drawn, I've explained here. Let the vector r1 located be in the q1, whereas r2 locate in the q2. Then the vector r12 is r2 minus r1. So like for unit vector, if it's r12, you have to take r2 minus r1, represents the line segment from q1 to q2. The vector f2 is the force on q2. F2, how you have to calculate? F2. F2 is q1 q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r1 r12 square into a12. So a12 is the unit vector because I am representing in the vector form. So a12 I already told it's the distance vector r12 divided by its magnitude. Unit vector is always calculated by this formula. So F2 is equal to Q1 Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R12 square into A12. So A12 is R12 divided by magnitude of R12. So R12 is, you have to subtract the terminating end by tail end. R2 minus R1 divided by magnitude of R2 minus R1. Till here, everyone got understood, I feel. So the force experienced by the Coulomb's law is the mutual force for each two charges experiences a force on the same magnitude but in opposite direction. So Coulomb's, the force like F1 is equal to minus F2. So this is like Coulomb's law will be a mutual force. If F1 is positive, the F2 will be negative. That's the meaning of it. Whatever I have, the statement which I have written here. So it's a mutual force for each two charges and it experiences the force on the same magnitude but the different direction. So if you consider Q1 and Q2, if they ask you to calculate force, this will be F1 and F2. So if this experiences the forces on left direction, this will experiences on the right direction. So F1 is equal to Q1 Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R1 2 square into A21. This is a unit vector A21, whatever I have mentioned. This is how you are supposed to derive the vector form of Coulomb's law. So this carries 6 marks. Like again, I will be teaching slowly in the crash course. Okay. This PDF again, I will start from Monday. We will go slowly, like 1 week. We will complete almost module 1. We will solve previous year questions. I'll even provide previous year question solutions, everything. Like you have to solve the assignment questions, whichever I have posted. Okay, like what we will be taking the problems on Coulomb's law. Like this is how the problems they will be asking you in the exam. So they will give you two charges, okay? Uh, Q1 and Q2. They will be giving like, and you know, Coulomb's law is applicable only for point charges and most, and it will be applied for the 2 point charges only. Okay, but as it proceeds, you can even go for many point charges also. Q1 is 3 into 10 to the power of 4 coulombs. Q2 is minus 10 to the power of minus 4 coulombs. At M point, they have given us 1, 2, 3. Q2 is minus 10 to the power of minus 4 coulomb. At N is equal to 205. Find the force exerted by the charge Q2 by Q1. So they have asked to find the force exerted by the charge Q2 by Q1. So you have to find force 2, F2 you have to find. F2 you have to find. If they have asked you to find Q1 by Q2, then you are supposed to find F1. So understand this concept correctly. So first step, whatever they have given in the question, you write it write the data. Okay. Later you are supposed to write the diagram. So Q1 and Q2, it will be point charges. You will be representing it Q1 and Q2. So M it is 1, 2, 3. N it is 205, whatever they have given in the question. So Q1 is 3 into 10 to the power of 4 coulombs. Q2 is minus 10 to the power of minus 4 coulombs. 10 to the power of minus 10 to the power of minus 4. See, many people won't see minus sign here and you will solve directly. You will lose marks. Like you won't get any mark. Like only for formula you will be getting the mark because complete answer will go wrong. So see the question properly, what sign they have mentioned, which direction they have told you. Later you proceed with the problem. Okay. So we will solve more problems in the crash course like previous year, like almost from one module, 50 to 60 problems we will solve. So your concept will get cleared. I told you like you have to find the force F2, Q1, Q2 divided. So F2 formula, you know that it's F2 is Q1, Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R1 R1 to the whole square into A12. This is the formula. So I have to write M in the vector form. So they have given in points. So I'll be writing into the vector form. M is equal to AX plus 2AY plus 3AZ. N is equal to 2AX plus 5AZ. So this is 0. So 0 means you have to write 0AY. So I'm not writing it, or else you can write if you get confused, or else plus 5az. Now to find R12, what I have to do, I have to subtract R2 minus R1. So R2 minus R1 is here. What is R2? This is R2 and this is R1. So R2, like 2 minus 1, AX component, 2 minus 1 plus. So in here, Y component is 0. So 0 minus 2 in AY plus 5 minus 3 in AZ direction. So AX minus 2AY plus 2AZ. This you got R12. Next step, what you have to find? The magnitude of R12. I already told to find the magnitude of R12. Whichever the components you have, those coordinates you have to take and square it. Add it and square it. That is how you have to find out the R12. So R12 will be root 9. You will be getting 3. 3 as your answer. 3 you will be getting the answer. Step by step, students, you have to go. R12 it's 3. Later. So A12, what is the formula? It's R12 divided by magnitude of R12. So magnitude of R12, what is R12? It's AX minus 2AY plus 2AZ divided by 3. So this you got A12. Put a box. Later, what you're supposed to do, you have to find F2. So they have asked you to find force 2. So F2, it's KQ1 divided by F2. I already told it's KQ1 Q2 divided by R square into A12 unit vector. So K value is 9 into 10 to the power of 9. You substitute, I've written here later. So this you directly substitute. Now, charges they have given in the question 3 into 10 to the power of minus 4 into 10 to the power of minus 4 divided by R3, the distance you have got as 3. So 3 square will be 9. So into AX, whatever the value A12, this you have got AX minus 2AY plus 2AZ divided by 3. So it is equivalent to minus. So you have to calculate this. So 3 ones are 3 threes are like, use your calculator and simplify it. You will be getting minus 3 into 10 into AX minus 2AY plus 2AZ divided by 3. This is a unit vector what you have got. So minus 3 into 10, because 10 to the power of minus 4, 10 to the power of minus 4 is 10 to the power of minus 8 into 10 to the power of 9 will be, it will be 10. Use your calculator and simplify, we'll be getting minus 3 into 10 in AX minus 2AY plus 2AZ divided by 3. This 3 and this 3 will be get cancelled. See, it is minus 10 to the power of minus 4. So in the question, you see properly whatever they have mentioned. This is textual question only. So textual questions mostly they will ask in the exam. So they might change the values. The procedure is same for everything. So this kind of questions, like they will be asking in Coulomb's law, what kind of questions they can ask? They might ask you to find the force directly. They might give you force and they will be asking you to find the product of the charges. They might give you charges and ask you to find the distance. So anything they can ask. Okay, this is how the questions you can expect. But this kind, like many, like see 350 students, only very few students have joined the class. So I'll be taking the classes in convenient way. So this is F2, which is equal to minus 10AX plus 20AY minus 20AZ. So whenever you feel it's convenient, I will be taking the classes. So I need like those who join the crash course from Monday. You have to maintain a separate 200-page long notebook. In that, whatever I teach, then and there, please write down. And later on, like whatever the assignment questions I will tell, write in the same book so that whenever you read for the final examination, it will be easy. Don't need to do so many fat books in electromagnetics. That work I will do, like whichever the important questions are there, which concepts mostly they have asked in the exam. So those questions and all I will be solving in the crash course, like previous 5 year papers we will be taking and we will be solving. And main target is to score above 90 plus. So you will definitely get if you follow my crash course. So the crash course duration will be for 45 days. Every day I will be taking 1 hour. So, and do like it's open for backlog students first attempt, because all have same syllabus. Fourth sem, sixth sem, the eighth sem, those who have backlog. So eighth sem, this is your last attempt. Please do join. Don't miss. Okay, like definitely will be clearing. Like, okay. Okay, you can message Suhas D. Gowda, me personally. Okay, students, bye. Like later, we'll meet from Monday.